नमः ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय बुदलेशिमदे जयपताक स्वामी नामने नमः आचार्य पदाय निताय कृपाप्रदायिने गौरकप्रदाय नवग्रामकारिणे नमः ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय बुदले श्रीमदे भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नामने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद शद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौरभक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्री नंपेरुमाल की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय हरे कृष्णा so we are continuing with the pastimes of Namperumal. So today we are going to speak a very special pastime of a great acharya who is a dear devotee of Lord Ranganath, that is Yamunacharya. So Yamunacharya is very famous in ISKCON and among all the devotees. So if you go to the North Kaveri, on the banks of North Kaveri, there are many samadhis of many great Vaishnav sannyasis. So among them, one of the major samadhi we will see is the Yamunacharya samadhi. So that is the place where the Yamunacharya first Ramanacharya came and made. That place is there still. So we will just discuss about some pastimes of Yamunacharya. It is very purifying also. So Sripad Yamunacharya, he is the great grandson of Natha Muni. There was a devotee called Ranganatha Muni. So Ranganatha Muni, later he was very famously known as Natha Muni. So this Natha Muni, he is the, we will discuss separately about Ranganatha Muni's story. So his son is Ishwara Muni. So this Ishwara Muni, he went on a pilgrimage to Vrindavan. So when he went to Vrindavan, he seen all the 12 forests of Vrindavan. He attracted with the beauty of Yamuna river, and he was so much, his mind was attracted by the charming place of Vrindavan. So when he came back to South India, later he got a son. So he named that son on the remembrance of that river Yamuna and Vrindavan. He named that son as Yamuna. So that Yamuna, he later became as Yamunacharya. So Yamunacharya, when he was a child, he was studying in a Gurukul under the Acharya named Bhashyacharya. So at that time only his father left the body. So his grandfather Natha Muni was taking care of the child. So he was fully studying in the Gurukul. So when he was studying in the Gurukul, there was a Pandit called Kolahala. So this Kolahala, he was a king's court Pandit actually. So this Pandit Kolahala, he used to go to different places and he used to debate with different scholars and he used to defeat them. So this Kolahala, he used to go to different places and he used to debate with the big scholars, and those who are defeated by Kolahala, those who are lost in the debate, they have to pay tax to this Kolahala. So in this way the Kolahala was ruling the, almost like ruling the Chola kingdom. So one day what happened, he came to the Bhashyacharya and he had a debate. Bhashyacharya, who was the like a teacher of Yamunacharya. So this Bhashyacharya also defeated by Kolahala. So this Bhashyacharya is paying tax to Kolahala. One day a little Yamuna was in this ashram. That time this Kolahala's, some of his students, disciples came to the ashram and they asked Yamuna, little Yamuna. He was a small boy, 6 years old, with a very beautiful tilak and wearing a nice sacred thread without shirt, wearing a small dhoti, in a beautiful form he was, lotus-like eyes. So then they approached this boy and asked, "Where is your Guru, Bhashyacharya?" Very arrogantly they spoke. So Yamuna, little Yamuna told, "My Guru Maharaj, he went out for outside some pilgrimage," like that he said. Then Yamunacharya very humbly asked, "Who are you?" Then they said, "You don't know who are we? We are the great disciples of the great Kolahala, who is the local Chola king, is also under the control of our Guru, Kolahala." like that they said. So then they were just, so much arrogantly they are speaking about their guru and everything. So Yamunacharya very humbly heard everything. So they were saying, your guru, Bhashyacharya, he never paid tax for our guru. So he will be, therefore he will be punished. Like that you are there scolding. So Yamunacharya very humbly listened to all. And finally he said, your guru is a fool number one. The small child he told about the big kolahala that your guru is a fool number one. Then they told, how dare you are speaking like that? Then Yamunacharya told, seeing the disciple, we can understand the quality of a guru. Seeing you, I can understand you are so arrogant. Seeing you, I can understand the quality of your Guru Maharaj. So if your guru is so great, then ask him to come and debate with me. Let me defeat that person. Let him have a debate with me. Like that, Yamunacharya challenged that great scholar, Kolahala. So these two disciples, they went with very angry. They went and told to the Kolahala. He was sitting on a king's court on a big asan. In front of the king, they told like this. So her king also heard this. So king started laughing. This small boy, Yamuna, he want to have a debate with our great Kolahala. What a nonsense it is. Okay, call him here. Let us have a debate with him. Then they came, they invited Yamunacharya for a debate. So they came and called in Yamuna. So little Yamuna told, this is not an ordinary debate. So if I was supposed to come to this king's court, then you should send me a proper way. Proper way you should welcome me. You should send a palakin, nice music instruments, nice brahmanas chanting Vedic mantra. In that way, if you send everything, then only I will come. Yamuna told like that. Then king accepting the debate, so king sent immediately palakin and everything king sent with all music instruments. So then their guru Bhashyacharya told, hey, why Yamuna, why you did like this? So Bhashyacharya told, Yamuna told, no Guru Maharaj, this fellow is so much arrogance. Krishna will never accept anyone to become more proud. We should always depend on mercy of Krishna and we should always remain humble. Today with the mercy of you, Guru Maharaj and Ranganath, I will defeat that person. Saying this, the little Yamuna, he sat on the palanquin. Then he was moving on the palanquin. It was carried by the king's servants and so much music instruments was going on. So many brahmanas, those who are scholars, those who are defeated by the king, they are all praying to Ranganath Nambarmal. Somehow or other, today this Kolahala's pride should be removed totally and you should somehow make this Yamuna to win in the debate. They are all praying. So little Yamuna sitting in a palanquin, he entered into the court of the king. When little Yamuna got down from the palanquin, he was just walking very grave. He was walking. So seeing this little child, a small child going to have a big debate with the biggest scholar of the country, the king started laughing. This small boy not even stopped his drinking milk. He is going to have a debate with our big Kolahala. Then he started laughing. Then the king told, see, just like a small mouse will be devoured by a cat, just like that he is going to finish now. Then the queen also seen this. The queen is sitting near to the king. The queen told, no, my dear king, this child is so bright in his face. I could see he is not an ordinary child. He have a special marks of the spiritual bliss we can see in his face. He have the special blessing marks of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, I am saying that this child is going to finish the pride of our Kolahala and he is going to defeat our Kolahala. Just like a small spark is enough to burn a big, huge amount of cotton. Like that he is going to do. Then this Kolahala, the Pandit, he also heard this queen speaking. So Kolahala said in Tamil, Ennai ala vandaro, whether he came to rule over me, Ennai ala vandaro. Then queen said, yes, ala vandar, yes, he came to rule over you. Then the king said, how it is possible? If this small boy, he defeated Kolahala, then I will give my half of the kingdom to him. King and queen, they made a bet in between them. Then the queen said, if this Kolahala defeated this Yamuna, then I will become your maid servant's maid servant, the queen said. So there is two debate. One is between the king and queen, and another one debate between the Kolahala and Yamuna. So everyone is readily, very eagerly watching that match. So it was both of them are sitting on the both sides. Then Yamunacharya was so humbly meditating on Ranganath. He was meditating on his Guru Maharaj. He was sitting on one side. Other side, Kolagala, like a very great proud. He has defeated so many people. So what is the big thing? What this little boy know? Within seconds he is going to finish. Thinking in this way, arrogantly, he was smiling, he was laughing, and he came and sitting on the other side. Then the time the debate, king ordered, okay, start the debate. Then the Kolahala started the question. He thought within one question only he will finish. The Kolahala asked the most difficult question. So Yamunacharya, meditating on the Lord and his Guru, very quickly he answered his question. He asked the second question. Yamunacharya very easily he answered. So the king started, the Kolahala started to ask the most difficult questions what he knows. Yamunacharya very simply, by the mercy of the Ranganath, he answered for all the questions very easily. Then Yamunacharya told, my dear Kolahala, why are you asking such a easy question? Why can't you ask some difficult question? Oh, maybe you are thinking I am a small child, therefore I don't know anything. If that is your way, then the water buffalo, it is better than you because it is bigger size than you. That is great. Like that he insulted Yamunacharya. Then this Kolahala became very angry. He said, then okay, now you ask the question, I will answer. Like that this Kolahala said. Then Yamunacharya very humbly asked, I am not going to ask any question. Only thing is, I will just tell 3 sentences. And you should prove that whatever I told, it is wrong. Like that you should prove. That is the only challenge I need. Then he said, I did so many times like this in the debate, Nyaya, Tattva, Mimamsa, Vyakarana, all these things I did. Whatever you want, you speak. From the Shastra, I will prove that is wrong. Like that. Then Yamunacharya, very smiling, very humbly, he said, my first prophecy, first sentence I am going to say is, O Kolahala, your mother is not a barren woman. So, what he said? Your mother is not a barren woman. Barren woman means a mother with no child. So, what Kolahala has to prove now? Yes, his mother is a barren woman. How he can prove that? Because when he himself, Kolahala himself is a son of his mother, how he can say that his mother is a barren woman? So Kolahala, he thought of different ways. He could not answer. First time sweating came in his body. Because he didn't get an answer. He thought, how I can prove that my mother is a barren woman when I am alive? Then everybody start this call. Yamunacharya's side, all the people there shouting loudly, Hari Bol, when Kolahala doesn't have the answer. Then Yamunacharya said, okay, no problem. I will ask my second question. That our king, second sentence he said, Yamunacharya said, our king is a most pious person. So now what the Kolahala has to prove? Kolahala has to prove it false. How he is to prove? The Kolahala has to say that king is a sinful person. If Kolahala somehow or other, if you prove that king is a sinner, then immediately king will chop his head. So Kolahala, he could not prove that also. Then third sentence Yamunacharya said, okay, that also you don't know. The third one is, our queen, she is a most chaste lady. Yamuna said. Then Kolahala, he doesn't have answer. How he can prove in front of all the people our queen is an unchaste lady? If he did that, immediately the punishment will get from the king. So he doesn't have any other answer. He was sweating, he was struggling. What in his first time in his life, a small child, little child defeated him. Then he became very angry. Kolahala, he took his next astra. That he became angry, told, this child should be killed. He is offending the king, he is offending the queen, therefore he must be punished. He should be killed. Like that he started shouting. Then the people around Yamunacharya, they also said, oh, that is not the way of debate. Then Koalahala said, then you should answer for all your questions. You should disprove that whatever you say, that you only should prove it is false. Otherwise, you will have to take punishment. Everyone said, no, that is not the way of a debate. That is not there. Such a conditions are not there. Everyone shouting. Then Yamunacharya said, Shanti, don't worry. I will answer for my 3 questions. The first thing what Yamunacharya said, that, oh Koalahala, your mother is not a barren woman. So Yamunacharya immediately quoted from a Manu Samhita, Manu Smriti. He took a sloga, Eka Putram Aputravat. That sloga means any mother has only one son, one child. It is almost like not having a child. It is like a barren woman. Then immediately he said, you Koalahala, you are the only son for your mother. Therefore, it is like your mother is a barren woman, according to the Manusmriti. The devotees from the Yamunacharya said, they all shouted, Hari Bol, they became so happy. Then second point was, the king is the most pious person. For that, Yamuna told, see, we all know our king is the most pious person. But according to Manusmriti, a king, he is the representative of all the Devatas. So therefore, out of his mercy, he will accept the sins of all the people. In his kingdom, whatever a people committing sins, 1/6 will go to the king. Therefore, because of this king accepting all the sins of all the people out of his mercy, therefore our king is sinful. In this way, Yamunacharya said. So all the devotees from Yamunacharya said, they are all very happy, shouted. Then the third point came, the queen is most chaste lady. So Yamunacharya said, according to the Manusmriti, a king is the representative of 7 demigods. So Indra, Chandra, Agni, Varuna, Vayu. So at the time, the queen, when she is serving our king, she is also similarly serving 7 personalities. Therefore, any woman, she is at a time, same time serving 7 personalities, she cannot be called as chaste. The queen became so happy. Queen jumped out from his asana. Queen came out from the Simhasan and embraced and hugged this Yamuna, little child Yamuna. Alavandar, she started shouting. Then she hugged this child Yamuna. So therefore the name got, Yamunacharya name became Alavandar. So Prabhupada very often he quotes about Alavandaru, like that in his lectures Prabhupada used to quote. So later, in this way Yamunacharya became very popular as Alavandar, a little small child he defeated, and Koalahala's whole crowd is crushed into powder. He lost everything. He entered into the forest, leaving all his possessions, everything. So Krishna never allows anyone to become very proud itself. Then Yamunacharya, because he was won in the debate, the king was promised, that I will give half of my kingdom. So the king gave half of his big kingdom to Yamuna. So little Yamuna, he became a king. So he became a king, not only a small king, he became a very big king. So knowing that he was a small child, he will not know how to manage the army and the economical and all these things. The other neighbor king came to fight with him. So Yamuna, he managed the army so nicely. He defeated all his enemies. Not only that, he enlarged his kingdom more and more bigger and wider. So, but he was totally concentrating on his politics, economical development and all these things. Slowly, he lost his sadhana, spiritual sadhana. He could not chant the mantras, he could not read the scriptures, he could not take guidance from the Guru, because he is fully absorbed in his ruling the kingdom. So he became a very big man. He became very famous as Alavandar, the king. Then what happened? After some time, the Nathamuni, the grandfather of Yamunacharya, he was a great devotee. His only worry is, somehow or other, he wants his grandson to become a devotee. But he knows he is a great Vaishnava. He knows, he instructed his disciple, Pundarikaksha, that somehow or other you try, somehow or other make my grandson as a devotee and give him this treasure of our spiritual knowledge, whatever we get in the spiritual lineage called Sri Sampradaya. Then Pundarikaksha in his lifetime he tried his level best to make Yamunacharya devotee, but he could not. Then he sent his disciple Ram Mishra called Manakal Nambi. He told him that this is my order to you, because my Guru Maharaj told, Nathamuni told, that somehow or other this Yamuna should be brought back to devotional line, and he should make him a Acharya of the Sri Sampradaya. So this Ram Mishra or Manakal Nambi, he tried his level best to meet Yamuna the king, Alavandar. So whenever he go, the king is so busy, all the time is with different dealings. He was so busy, wars and so many things, So this Manakal Nambi, he is meditating how to fulfill the order of my Guru. Then he made a plan to meet Yamunacharya. So he went to the king's cook, personal cook, and asked, what is our favorite food of our king? Then the cook told, our king like very much the Duduvalai Kirai. There is one special spinach called Duduvalai that is very fond of Yamunacharya. Then this Ram Mishra, he used to bring every day a bundle of Duduvalai Kirai and he gave to our cook. So this cook used to cook nicely the spinach sabji and give to Yamunacharya. So Yamuna, the king Alavandar, when he eats the prasad, he used to enjoy this spinach very much, every day. So suddenly one day our Ram Mishra, he never came with the spinach. Then the Yamunacharya, while afternoon lunch, he asked, where is the spinach today? Then the cook told, no, today we didn't cook it, Maharaj, because that one Brahmana used to bring that every day, and today he didn't came, he didn't brought that. Then tell him to bring every day, like that, the king is ordering. Then this cook told, actually the Brahmana, he is bringing it out of his love, affection for you. He never even takes money, so we cannot order him. He is bringing just out of love for you, king. Just for your good health he is bringing. Then Yamuna told, he is so much well-wisher of me that tomorrow ask him to come, I want to meet him. The next day the Ram Mishra came. Then the cook told, the king want to meet you. Please come, go inside. Then the cook personally took him to the Yamunacharya. Then that is the first time Ram Mishra got the opportunity to talk with Yamunacharya, the king, Alavandar. Then the Ram Mishra told, actually your grandfather Nathamuni has kept a very big treasure for you. I want to hand over that treasure for you. So you should come with me, then I will give you the treasure. Then Yamunacharya, that time he need of some treasures because some wars and fighting. He asked, where is the treasure? Then Ram Mishra told, that treasure is in between the two rivers, and there inside we have to go through the 7 caves inside, and within that cave there is one huge serpent is protecting that treasure, and one yaksha also every now and then he will come and take care of that treasure. So if you come with me, I will give you that. Then king immediately called his army, come on, let us go. Then the Ram Mishra told, no, you should come like a ordinary person, giving up all your kingly courtesy, everything. You should come alone, then I will show you that. Then Yamunacharya changed his form like an ordinary person. He followed behind this Ram Mishra. So Ram Mishra, both of them started walking like an ordinary person. Meanwhile, our Ram Mishra, he started preaching to Yamuna that we are not this body, we are the spirit soul. We are the eternal servant of Supreme Lord Krishna, and our duty is to serve the Krishna. Then that is the only way we can get happiness. That is the only way we can deliver all the living entities. We can give happiness to all the living entities. So in this way, the Ram Mishra started to preach to Yamunacharya. Then Yamunacharya also heard the full Bhagavad Gita from Ram Mishra. Then after that, after hearing from a pure devotee, Yamunacharya's heart was totally transformed. He thought, what a sinful, I spend my life without any devotion. Simply wasted my life in engaging in materialistic activities, earning and ruling the kingdom. I never did any service to the Supreme Beautiful Ranganath. He was thinking in this way. Then meanwhile he asked, where is the treasure you said? Then he said that treasure is in between these two rivers. Where is the two rivers? That is the Kaveri of Srirangam, two branches of Kaveri. Where is that 7 caves? Then Ram Mishra told that 7 caves are the 7 Gopurams of the Ranganathji temple. And where is that big snake? That snake is the Adisesha. And who is that Yaksha? The Yaksha is the Vibhishana. And where is the treasure? The treasure is the Namperumal, Sriranganatha. Sriranganath Bhagavan ki jai. In this way, Yamunacharya was brought in front of Namperumal. When Yamunacharya seen the Namperumal, then Yamunacharya, he immediately recited some sloka, that is which very dear to Srila Prabhupada, that is Stotra Ratna prayers. So Prabhupada very often quotes from that Stotra Ratna prayers, Yatavati Mama Chitta Krishna Padara Vindayo, that sloka. So Yamunacharya recited that sloka. He is saying that I have no qualification. I am simply a materialistic person. Somehow my Guru's mercy, Ranganatha, you brought me in front of you. What qualification I have? Then he totally surrendered himself to Namperumal. Then he gave up his kingdom to the Brahmanas and Vaishnavas. Then immediately he got sannyas. He took a sannyasa and he became the next Acharya of Sri Sampradaya. Then after Yamunacharya only, the Sri Sampradaya was very highly, very good preaching happened. There are some great disciples of him. There was Goshti Purna, Kanchi Purna, Mahapurna, Maladhara, Vararanga. So like the great devotee. He gave some special teachings to all of them. And he also told about Ramanujacharya. He told to the 6 of his disciples, in future a great person is going to come, Ramanuja. For him, you should all teach these different subjects to Ramanujacharya. In this way, he protected the whole Sampradaya. He delivered whatever he received from his gurus and acharyas. He saved and he protected the temples and Vaishnava literatures, everything. So finally he left his body in Srirangam. So that story we just spoke on the day when we speak about the Ramanujacharya story, how Ranganathji gave 8 days time, and finally before Ramanujacharya's arrival, Yamunacharya left the body. Then how that 3 fingers, the 3 desires of Yamunacharya was not fulfilled. Then Ramanujacharya promised that he will fulfill all those desires. Then the fingers got opened. So in this way, Yamunacharya performed many transcendental pastimes in Srirangam. So Yamunacharya stayed on the eastern side, East Chitrai street of Srirangam. So that house where Yamunacharya stayed, that house is still there in Srirangam. So next time whenever you devotees we go to Srirangam, you can see that house of Yamunacharya. That is near to the Chaitra Rath, Chitrai chariot. So that house later it was given to his disciple Mahapurna. So Mahapurna's house and Yamunacharya's house is the same thing. And Yamunacharya's direct body was buried in the Kaveri, banks of North Kaveri. You can see still his samadhi. In the Brahma Meda Samskara, sannyasis, they in the sitting form they bury him. That happened in Srirangam. So Sripad Yamunacharya ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Namperumal ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari.